Welcome back, Cordlings, to more Black Mirror. The story takes place in the 1980s, primarily at Black Mirror Mansion. It's the ancestral manor of the Gordon family, who's located in Suffolk, England. I am your host, the Game Hoarder, and this is the protagonist, Samuel Gordon. He's been forced to return to Black Manor after 12 years of absence upon hearing of the death of his grandfather, William Gordon. Despite the mysterious circumstances surrounding William's death, it is considered a suicide by everyone except us, the non-morons. Welcome back, everybody, to another fantastical episode of this beautiful 2020 Ron Stocktober. It's been a great year, everyone. Hope everyone's enjoyed it. Amidst all the craziness, chaos, it has still been a great year. It's always a half glass full, folks, especially if you wake up another day on this earth breathing with your loved ones. So never forget that, and never take for granted how short life is, baby. All right, take a sip of this 14% stout, and let's continue the game. Last time we left off, we were trying to get into the tower, which unfortunately is locked by the key, by a lock, which we have no key. So even after we got the 2x4s off the entrance, Samuel discovered that we're not quite ready to get in there yet. So we need to do more detective work. We're going to head back out here and talk to that little gentleman we saw earlier. He looked like he was really good with the hose. Oh, it's a rake. Never mind. He's probably good with the hose.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. My name is Henry. I take care of the garden. It's not an easy job. I don't have anyone to help me. But you probably wanted to speak about something else, sir. What can I do for you, sir?
I would just like to ask a few questions. How long have you been working here, Henry?
About a year, sir.
The garden seems rather deteriorated. Everything used to blossom around here, but now...
I'm trying hard, sir, but I can't get everything done just by myself. This garden is really a lot of work, sir.
Tell me, Henry, what did you think of William?
I didn't really know him, sir. I'd scarcely seen him.
You have worked here every day and you hardly saw him?
Well, you see, Sir William wouldn't go to the garden very often, and I only do what Madame Victoria tells me. Bates was the only one allowed in his study. He wouldn't let anyone else in.
Is there anything else you can tell me about him?
I don't really feel like talking about him with you.
Why not?
How would I put it? Everyone reckoned he was a bit of a loony. You know what I mean.
Go on.
I don't really want to talk about it with you, sir. Please ask someone else.
What does that mean? Why would anybody perceive William as mad?
Henry, do you recognize the man in this picture? Have you ever seen him?
No, sir. I don't think I have. Who is it? Should I know him?
No, probably not. I just wanted to know if you had ever met him.
I'm sorry, sir.
I will leave you to your work.
All right, we need more clues. Let's go check out this greenhouse.
The door is locked.
Of course it is. Whoa.
Like blood. Is this possible?
Wait a minute. Maybe someone was making ketchup. Don't jump to conclusions.
They're full of leaves. Henry has plenty of work taking care of the garden. All those leaves will get burnt in the end.
Or will they? I might start a leaf collection. Be the leaf hoarder.
Smoke from the leaves smells nice.
Oh wait, let's see if Henry knows anything about the bloody grinder.
Henry?
Yes?
Henry, there's blood in the grinder in front of the greenhouse. Where did it come from?
But that's impossible, sir. I only put branches in it. Are you quite sure?
Perhaps you're right. I probably imagined it. I should probably take a rest. Who knows what I've seen?
Go over there with Henry and verify, maybe.
Henry, I went to the greenhouse and found it locked. Why?
I lock it during the day as well, just to be safe.
To be safe?
I don't want anyone wandering about the place and snooping in my stuff.
Do we have strangers walking around here then?
No, sir. That's not the problem. But I've seen Morris around there a couple times, and he's got no business there. The greenhouse and the garden are both my responsibilities. I usually lock it so that I can be sure nothing gets lost. But if you want to have a look inside, sir, I'll open it.
No. I only wanted to know why it was locked.
What could Morris be looking for in the greenhouse?
I will leave you to your work.
If you dig these mysterious murder mystery whodunit type of games, make sure you check out my old Sierra classics, The Colonel's Bequest and The Dagger of Amun-Ra, two Sierra games that were done by Roberta Williams. And those were a lot of fun. Probably a little bit more obscure LP that I've done. LPs. Colonel's Bequest is that super old school going around the mansion typing in with parser. Dagger of Amun-Ra, they had picked up the point and click iconography at that point. See if we can get any more information out of Bates.
Do you need anything, sir?
Not really. I was just passing by.
I'm just staring at you. This, like many mystery games, will have points that you won't be able to get past until you've talked to certain people or done certain things. So you always want to make sure you're exhausting all the dialogue. This is where our
This is the place where
grandfather
William
took his last breath.
I won't leave before I find out the truth. Bates.
Yes, sir?
Bates, this might seem strange to you, but I would like to see the exact spot where William died.
Oh, but why, sir?
I have my reasons.
Oh, well, follow me if you insist. This is where the awful thing happened. Please, just do not ask me to describe it to you. I have told the detective everything already, and I would not want...
No, that's all right, Bates.
Why all of this then, sir?
I can feel something is not right. I just don't know what. Have you found anything unusual around here?
No, maybe just... We noticed a strange spot under the tower window, right there. No one knows where it came from. If you would allow me, sir, I'd rather go now.
Certainly. I knew Bates wouldn't understand why I was doing this. Something tells me things aren't quite as they seem.
Now we can see the strange symbol here.
It looks like a symbol of some sort, or a sign. I should put this down somehow. The castle is literally surrounded by bushes. The castle is I'll have a closer look. Something got stuck between the branches of the shrub. What could it be?
I bet Bates knows. Oops. Oh, he's not by the fireplace. Okay. He's finally moved on with his life. Now he's gonna go play in my fireplace for 7 hours.
It should still work. There's no film in it, and my old films are useless.
We'll get you some film, buddy boy.
I need to speak with you, Robert.
Sure.
I need film for my camera. Do you know where I can get some?
Well, perhaps down in Willow Creek. But hold on, I think I may have a couple of rolls myself. They should probably still be usable.
Can you give me one?
I would be happy to. but I put them in the attic with some other old things. It is in my chest. That's the one right round the corner. You'll have no problem finding it.
Thank you. I'll go pick it up.
Sure. Take all the film you need. I have no use for it.
I spoke with Bates. Why don't you allow him into your study?
Did he tell you this? You see, I just don't want anyone to disturb me all the time. I have enough of my own problems and can do without his civility.
What's the matter?
Nothing special, I guess. I just happen to have a bit more work than usual these days.
I went to the attic to get that film, but your chest is locked. May I borrow your key?
Locked? Oh, I have entirely forgotten about that. Sorry. Here's the key.
Thank you. I'll bring it back.
You needn't hurry. I use it so infrequently.
Robert, look at this old picture. Do you know who this might be?
It took me
No,
900
I do
hours
not
to
know
put
that
this
person.
picture together.
Why are you asking?
And it just turned out to be an ugly old man. Positive or negative answer? Always negative.
I found it in a drawer. I have no idea who could have left it there, or who the person is. I just wanted to know if he reminded you of anyone.
No, I'm afraid he does not.
I must go now.
Right then. I'll return to my work.
Inventory is growing. There's Batey Bait.
Do you need anything, sir?
I would like to ask you about...
Certainly, sir.
I found this at that place you took me to.
You mean where Sir William?
Yes. I'm quite sure it can shed some light on what has happened.
I am not as optimistic as you are, sir. Maybe you should hand the object over to Detective Collier.
Bates, this thing may help us discover something new.
I know one thing, sir. Sir William is dead, and no one can do anything to change that.
You don't happen to believe that it was a suicide or an accident, do you? I have known William too long to believe that.
Well, I have already offered my opinion on the matter. Can I go now, sir?
You surprise me, Bates.
I'm sorry, sir. Talk to Henry. He was working on the flower beds that evening. He might know more than I do.
It seems to me that Bates knows something he doesn't want to talk about. But why would he do that? No, I'm not too sure. I think I will go now.
I'll return to my work.
Alright, Jeeves is hiding something. Now that we got the key to the attic chest to Colt, let's go get the film there. Too bad there's no quick map like in 13th Doll. That was convenient.
Hopefully, it's going to work. I'm out of practice, but I guess the film is installed properly.
Oh, come on, it only fits one way, Dingleberry. Jam it in there.
All I need to do now is have the film developed. But where do I get it developed? Morris, do you have a moment?
I'm chopping wood. That's all I do this game.
The gardener, what is he like?
Henry? A quiet type of person, I'd say. As long as he's sober, that is. You know what I mean.
I was unaware of his drinking.
You can bet on it, sir. When he's in the mood, he closes himself in his room and drinks until he can't lift his head. Usually he just sits there, staring at nothing and drinking. I'd say that is quite odd, isn't it?
Odd indeed. He does not seem like a drunkard to me.
Well, you can trust me, and you're bound to see for yourself anyway.
What can you tell me about this?
Let me see. A piece of hard stone with some symbols. Looks quite old. Other than that, I don't know.
Tell me what it is.
Have you seen anything like inside the...
No, you see, I seldom go inside. Madame Victoria doesn't like to see me there.
Can you think of anyone who may know something about this?
Well, it looks old. Maybe that bloodsucker Murray might know something. He buys and sells such stuff, you know. Sometimes he has people coming to him from great distances to look through some of that junk he's got. God knows where he gets it all from.
Thanks. I'll certainly go see him.
No problem, sir.
I will go then.
All right.
The gardener has moved. And the greenhouse is now open because the gardener Henry is here.
William used to be very fond of this place. He would often come here to make paintings and sometimes would spend whole days here. The Black Mirror Castle.
It's magnificent. Nice boobies.
Do you need anything, sir?
That picture behind us, Henry, when did William paint it?
A long time ago, sir. When he still went out to the garden. Madam ordered me to leave it here, so I've been taking care of it. Sir William sure was talented. Don't you think, sir?
Yes, he was. Have a look at this. I found it under the old tower.
Why are you showing it to me, sir?
Well, I showed it to Bates, and he suggested I speak with you. Do you know anything about it?
Me? I don't see why I should. I've never seen anything like it before.
He also said you had been trimming the shrubs in the area that afternoon.
Yes, that's true. But I have nothing to do with this thing.
Calm down. Just tell me what you know about it, that's all.
All right, then. But you have to promise you won't tell Madam. I can't afford to lose my job.
Of course. Go ahead.
Well, I don't really know what it is, but I found a similar piece near that place.
Do you have it with you?
No, not really. You see, I had to pawn it. I was broke.
Pawn? It doesn't seem to be of any special value.
Well, maybe not the one you're holding in your hand, but there was a beautiful gem, a ruby, I'd say, in the one I found.
Where did you pawn it?
At old Murray's. Where else?
It's good that you told me while there's still time. Give me your bill of exchange, and I will redeem the object.
But I haven't got it. I don't know where I've put it.
Henry, it's very important. Try to remember.
I have no idea where it could be. But you won't forget about your promise, will you? It's going to stay just between us. Right, sir?
We shall see. Henry, let's return to that bill of exchange.
I knew you'd ask, but
You needed the money, so you conveniently lost the bill of exchange?
well, yes, I needed the money, not the bill. I really didn't intend to redeem that thing. Somebody might be interested in where I found the thing, and I could lose my job.
You're going to lose it for sure if you don't give me that bill.
But I haven't got it. You really promised this would stay between us.
Henry, you need to realize that this is very important. You had better get that bill for me.
I'd give it to you right away, if I could, sir.
All right. I don't believe a word of what he's saying. I will
neither.
leave you to your work. This bookcase is full of old dust-covered books. I don't think I could find one that would interest me. Jeremy Gordon, William's father. Doctor, can I have a word with you?
Yes, all right.
It's William. I know you were his friend, and also his physician.
Yes, that applies to your whole family. So, what is it that troubles you, Gordon? You do realize that this is not the appropriate time to speak about William.
I don't believe it was an accident.
Well, it is strange indeed. Then why would he do it? And those burns?
What burns?
Numerous deeply burned areas. I have no clue as to their origin.
Go on.
No, Mr. Gordon. Come back tomorrow. I will gladly tell you everything. I really do not want to talk about this today.
All right. Then expect me tomorrow. I will certainly come back. Dr. Herman knows something.
Excuse me, just had a couple tacos.
I have to talk to him tomorrow.
Sipping on a 10% triple IPA now.
Have you ever seen this man?
It's the best way to follow up a
No, I have
14%
not.
stout.
He looks like someone I would remember if I had seen him.
I need a library like this. This could hold all the board games and PC games.
The map of our manor. It might come in handy. I'll take it.
Always take the map.
The Chronicle of the Warm Hill Manor. The local parish has been here for a very, very long time. According to the oldest books and records, it has been here for so long that only the walls of our castle may remember its foundation. Marcus Gordon had the church built so long ago that the date has already been lost in the mists of time. Therefore, the actual age of the building can only be estimated. As in the past, there was no accurate record keeping. Should we hold to the views of respected historians, it was around 1215 AD that the church was built. It is thought that Marcus had the church built on pagan lands where many innocent people died through the ages. There is no corresponding record to this, however. Not one mention in any books or volumes available to me at the manor or the vicarage. Therefore, from a historic standpoint, this is a mere assumption, or worse, one of the many fictitious legends circulating in these lands. One thing, however, is more certain. It was this age that also gave rise to the academy at Black Mirror. As with Warm Hill Church, it was Marcus who was responsible for the construction of such a significant building. The new academy, with its vast library, was supposed to serve as a knowledge base for all the people. It was also a safe place for depositing the chronicle of the Gordon family that Marcus ordered his wise men to protect. In this, however, fate was not kind to Marcus. The whole academy burnt to stone long after his death, around 1512 AD. Despite the vigorous effort of the people of the manor, who hurried to the disaster to fight the flames, the academy burned to the ground.
Oh no.
When they saw there was no chance to save the building, they tried to save the records from inside. Not everyone was willing to risk their life in lethal heat for the scraps of paper that had been scribbled over. If it hadn't been for a few brave souls, however, we would have never known who Marcus Gordon was, nor some of the history of Black Mirror Manor, as most chronicles were lost to the flames. Garmoor Gordon perished in the fire at the age of 45. For his bravery, eternal memory is held. There was no one left of the academy to care for the remaining records and old books. Consequently, the volumes that remained were passed on to the Warm Hill parish to the safekeeping of Father Matthias. Father Matthias took meticulous care of the historical treasure until his death in 1543. To that holy man, the people of Garmoor Gordon are grateful for the preservation of the chronicle and the old records. Since those times, the Gordon family chronicle has been handed over from one successor of Father Matthias to the next, until today. Recorded by hand of Jeremy Gordon, 1632 AD.
All right, that was quite the read.
The local parish has been here for a very, very long time. According to the oldest book, Marcus Gordon, therefore, it is thought that there was no since the
Whoops.
recorded by hand
I
of
think
Jeremy
that's it for this
Gordon,
video anyways,
1632
folks. Stay
AD.
tuned for more of the Black Mirror soon to come.